Elaine screamed when she sat up. The sound ripped from her chest, raw and animal, scraping her throat as if she had never used it before. It startled birds from the broken stone around her real birds, feathered and furious, not the ash things that had once haunted this place. She clutched at herself, expecting fire, cracks, the hollow nothing she had felt before. There was skin. Her hands shook as they traced her arms, her ribs, her face. Everything hurt. Everything answered. Pain, she realized dimly, was proof. I'm her voice broke. She swallowed. I'm alive. The glassed earth beneath her was warm, not burning. The crater stretched outward like a wound that had stopped bleeding but not yet healed, blackened. Spirals of fused sand reflecting the pale morning sky. Where the black spire had risen, there was only absence. No stairs, no pull, no whisper trying to hollow her out. Just wind. Elaine pushed herself to her feet and nearly collapsed. The world tilted, too wide, too bright. She steadied herself on a jagged shard of glass stone and breathed until the shaking slowed. That was when she felt it, not inside around her. The air pressed close, attentive. The ground hummed faintly, like a held note. She had torn something open when she shattered the heart, and the world had not finished reacting. I know, she murmured, unsure who she was speaking to. I feel it too. Something shifted at the edge of her awareness, like a presence withdrawing just far enough to watch. By the time she reached the outskirts of Vel Terrace, word had already outrun her. They stared when they saw her, this woman in torn robes, hair silvered with ash, eyes reflecting a sky that had not yet settled into itself. Some made warding signs out of habit, then stopped, confused, embarrassed. Others fell to their knees. Please, Elaine said hoarsely, don't. A man stepped forward, older, his face mapped with scars left by poisoned rain. You're the one, he said, not accusing, not reverent, just certain. The spire fell, the night you vanished. Elaine nodded. Lying felt heavier than truth. We thought you died, someone whispered. So did I, they let her pass. Mara found her by the river. She did not shout or cry out. She simply walked into the water, cold and clean around her ankles, and held out a cup with shaking hands. Drink, she said, before it changes its mind. Elaine drank. It tasted like rain. For a moment, she let herself believeth for a moment that this could be enough. It wasn't. By nightfall, the first tremor rolled through the city. Not an earthquake, not quite more like the world adjusting its shoulders after being bent too long. In the temples, old statues cracked down the middle. In the hills, stones slid aside to reveal doorways no one remembered building. And on the far ridge overlooking the crater, Toven stood again. This time, when he raised his hand, the light did not vanish. It spread. Elaine felt it like a hook behind her ribs. She turned toward the hill, heart pounding, already knowing what she would find and what it would cost her to face it. The world had begun to speak back, and it was calling her name.